Let's unpack this with Yaroslav Zharienov. He's the chief editor of Ukrainian news Telegraf, and he's joining us from Ukraine's capital, Kiev. Thanks so much for speaking to us, Yaroslav. At the moment, there's a lot of talk about concessions that many don't want to see happen, either from the Ukrainian or the Russian side. We have heard, though, from Kiev's mayor, and he said a temporary peace could involve giving up some land, but of course not more than is needed in his opinion. What do you make of those comments?
First of all, thank you for such opportunity to talk with your auditory. It's very difficult to talk about some peace deal about Trump wants to make with Russians and Ukrainians, because yesterday we saw a horrific Russian strike, killed 12 Ukrainians, and it's really terrible situation for us. Although we understand that it doesn't stop visiting, for example, Witkov into Moscow, and we saw that Russia can continue their dialogue with Americans. Speaking about positions of countries in this situation, we can understand that really Ukraine can't liberate the all occupied territories now, but we really lack sufficient weapons for today. But unlike Russians, we won't send people into grinder assault. That's why we never recognize Crimea or any other occupied territories as Russian, but we want to save this chance to reclaim them in the future, like Azerbaijan make it and did it with Karabakh. That's why we want to save this chance for us, but Russians want to occupy all our territories of Ukraine, and for now they have near 20% under their control, and they want to save these territories and continue dialogue to mend fences with the United States, with Trump. And I think that maybe the main idea of Putin is to have the same meeting with Trump one-to-one to talk and to show that he could occupy Crimea or another territories. He could strike the Ukrainian territories, killed military, civilian people, and then he could continue this dialogue with world leaders.
Do you think that the U.S. then is the best negotiator under these circumstances, where many have said he seems to be favoring Putin over Zelensky based purely on the public comments that Donald Trump has made?
Donald Trump wants to show that he can make this fast deal and stop the war. We also show that Ukraine wants to stop on this front line. We want to have a peace. We want to unoccupy our territories. But nowadays, we understand that we could stop on this front line that we have for today. But although this few moments such Americans prepare for us, it's including misunderstanding of our position, because U.S. also talk like Russians that we could never become a NATO member. We will not have any peace guarantees for us. And that's why we will have less assistance from the U.S. From our European partners, and this peace deal will not help us to be safe and to save our country to be independent. That's why European partners also understand this, and they try to show to Trump that it's not okay to have such peace deal for us, for European security. That's why we need to find another one. But Trump wants to make it under his 100 day on his post. That's why he wants to make it faster. I think that it's like unreal story for us, because for these few months, not Trump, Rubio, and only Kalov maybe visit Ukraine, but nobody from American top leaders. They didn't come into Ukraine to watch what's the real situation here. That's why it's difficult to understand the real situation, our real position, and why we need to continue save our country and our militaries and civilians.
Thank you so much for giving us your analysis, Yaroslav Zharienov there in Kiev. Appreciate your time.